Welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole. Today we're going to be talking about another dollar princess by the name of Margaretta Drexel. So, if you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe. Help a girl out. So, without further ado, why don't I jump into today's episode, shall we? It's going to be short and sweet, just the way y'all like it. So, Margaretta Drexel was the daughter of Anthony Joseph Drexel, who married Guy Finch-Hatton, who was the Viscount Maidstone, who later the fourth Earl of Winchilsea and the ninth Earl of Nottingham, and he was the eldest son of 13th Earl of Winchilsea in 1910. So, who was this girl? Who was this American dollar princess? She was born She was born in 1885 into a wealthy Philadelphia Bacon dynasty, where she was the daughter of Margaretta Drexel and Anthony Joseph Drexel, and her brothers Anthony Joseph Drexel III and John Armstrong Drexel, were also bankers. John was the partner of the securities firm at the William P. Bonright and Company of London in New York, along with her husband. And in 1917, her parents divorced, and the following year, her mom would marry Brinsley Fitzgerald. That just sounds very fun. Now, it's also important to note that Brinsley, sorry, Brinsley, okay, Brinsley was the son of Peter Fitzgerald, who was the first baronet of Valencia in 1918. Her paternal grandparents were Anthony Joseph Drexel and Ellen Drexel, and her maternal grandfather was John Armstrong of the Baltimore Armstrongs. Now, Margaretta was presented at court in 1908 by Princess Louise Margaret of Prussia, the Duchess of Connaught. Reportedly, after her presentation at court, she at once attained great popularity in London society, and she would become the most sought-after debutante that season. And her modesty and simple, easy manners attracted many proposals. Among her reported suitors were Prince Christopher, the sixth son of King George of Greece, the Prince Francis of Teck, um, and why does that take sound familiar? We know why that take sounds familiar. If you know our history, you know Mary Attack. Now, Prince Francis Joseph, who was the second son of Duke and Duchess of Braganza, whose eldest brother was Prince Miguel, and who married Margaretta's first cousin through their moms, Miss Anita Stewart, the Princess of Braganza. So, what was the personal life like for Margaretta? Well, on June 8, 1910, she was married to Guy Finch-Hatton, the Viscount Maidstone, by the Bishop of London at St. Margaret's, Westminster by the Bishop of London, and the reception was held at the Drexel home and attended by 1,500 guests. He was the son of Henry Finch-Hatton, who was the 13th Earl of Winchilsea, and the former and Jane Carrington, who went by Nan. His two siblings were Gladys Finch-Hatton, who would marry Captain Osmond Williams, and the son of Sir Osmond Williams, the first baronet, and Dennis Finch-Hatton, who was a noted big game hunter. And together, Guy and Margaretta were parents of three. There was Christopher Finch-Hatton, who would go on to become the 15th Earl of Winchilsea, and who would marry the Countess Gladys, who was the daughter of Count Laszlo. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that. Basically, a Polish family. And can we guess? And Gladys Vanderbilt, and everything was a member of the Vanderbilt family. So it's all connected. I'm telling you guys. Like, I'm drawing the conclusions from these dollar princesses that names can matters, but. Anyway, their second child was Lady Daphne Margaretta Finch-Hatton, who would marry Whitney Straight, and who was a member of the old Whitney family. Then there was Lady Henrietta Diana Juanita Finch-Hatton, who married Peter Frank Tarrarts, and her daughter, Lady Daphne, with her Now, they lived at Margaret's parents' place until her parents separated in 1912. In 1926, Guy and Margaretta purchased their country home and then named it Buckfield House in the Sheffield of London and Hampshire and everything. In 1927, upon the death of her husband will become the 14th Earl of Winchilsea, the 9th Earl of Nottingham, and Margaret will become known as the Countess of Winchilsea and Nottingham. Now, she will become a leader of the British Women's Land Army and will gain about 2,500 women to replace her in everything. Then, the Lord Winchilsea would die in London February 10th, 1939, was buried at Urdey in Lincolnshire. In September 1939, Lady Winchilsea would survive the sinking of the SS Athenia, in which was torpedoed by German U-boats, and she would die in London in 1952. That is it for this episode. Join me next time as we talk about an American princess who would become a member of the Greek and Danish royal family.